On the morning when I woke up without you for the first time, I felt cold and I felt lonely and I felt scared. And I began to talk to myself almost immediately, not being used to being the only person there. The first time I made coffee for just myself, I made too much of it, but I drank it all just 'cause you hate it when I let things go to waste. And I wandered through the house like a little boy lost at the mall, and an astronaut could have seen the hunger in my eyes from space. And I sang, oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do without you? On the morning when I woke up without you for the first time, I was cold, so I put on a sweater and I turned up the heat, and the walls began to close in, and I felt so sad and frightened I practically ran to the living room, out into the street, and the walls began to bend, and all the trees began to bend, and the world in its cold way started coming alive. And I stood there like a businessman, waiting for a train, and I got ready for the future to arrive. And I sang, oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do without you? By chance, did you know that the wind, when it blows, it is older than Rome? And our joy and our sorrow see the new pyramids down in old Manhattan. From the roof of a friend's, I watched an empire ending, heard loud along the river song bells marching on to a madman's drum. Take the fruit, what you've learned, all you give is returned. And if life seems absurd, what you need is some laughter and a season to sleep and a place to get clean. Maybe Los Angeles, somewhere no one's expecting. On a detox walk through the Glendale Park, over sidewalk chalk, someone wrote in red, start over. So I muffled my scream on an Oxnard beach full of fevered dreams that had scared me sober into saltless dinners. Take the fruit from the tree, break the skin with your teeth. Is it bitter or sweet? All depends on your timing, like a meat fleeting of chance or a train station glance. Many lifetimes that passed, but in an instant reminded of a millstone house in a seaside town when your heart gave out on a mission bed. And your wife gave birth to a funeral dirge as you woke up purged as a wailing infant in Kungpak, Thailand. Don't forget what you know, that the wind when it blows, it is older than Rome, and our joy and our sorrow too. I once saw a sunset so vivid and warm that I swear it was perfect. I once had a lover, I'm not sure if I'll recover, but I know it was worth it. Then last night in the car, the fallen raindrops looked like stars in some incalculable speed. Then later a friend said, good to see you again, you are a home to me. So I write a book, and I called it The Love of My Life, and said don't be gone long, and now I read it to sleep every night. I never learned a lesson looking at my own reflection, but sometimes it seems useful. So I loosen my heartstrings in high hopes of finding something truthful. Cynicism isn't wisdom. It's a lazy way to say that you've been burned. Seems if anything you'd be less certain after everything you've ever learned. Cynicism isn't wisdom. It's just a lazy way to say that you've been burned. Seems if anything you'd be less certain after everything you've ever learned. It's 1:45 and the bars are all closing. Nobody looks how they think. The guy in the corner was spitting his beard, wearing more than he drank of his drink. The dancers are shaking like ants, desperate to find a last-minute queen, while the rest of us are all headed home to try finding comfort in dreams. And this isn't life, and I know that I chose it. I just can't stand waking up with all of my clothes on never find the strength to change what I need. Is this who I'll always be? I open my eyes and the room is still spinning. I joke about buying a vow. The funniest part of this feeling is knowing the answer when nothing comes out. So I'm shaking around like I'm hanging from something I know is about to break. Like I'm biting the gun, but the safety is on. I've thrown up the pills I ate. The notes are all scribbled in pencil without really knowing what I'm trying to write. Something like, "Goddamn the man who said everything's gonna be fine." But life is a lot like a sewer. We get out of it what we put in. That's when doubt kicks in. Maybe I just don't have it inside me. Maybe there's too much I couldn't face. I just wanted someone to come down from heaven and explain this cold and fucked up place. But I'll just keep trying to fight it until there's nothing left to say. In the end, I know I'm gonna die, buried in another man's grave. There will come a soldier who carries a mighty sword. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole, O Lord. Ole, 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 O Lord. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole, O Lord. There will come a poet whose weapon is his word. He will slay you with his tongue. Ole, ole, O Lord. Ole, 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 O Lord. He will slay you with his tongue. Ole, ole, O Lord. There will come a ruler whose brow is big and broad, smeared with oil like David's boy. Ole, ole, O Lord. Ole, 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 O Lord. Smeared with oil like David's boy. Ole, ole, O Lord. Ole, 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 O Lord. He will tear your city down. Ole, ole.